Ladies and gentlemen, the following will be a special Hall of Fame induction ceremony. At this time, would you please welcome the formerly known as the Perfect Man. He is Double G! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special, one time only, here today at the EBW's Total Outbreak for the first and only 2019 class Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Because at this time, I am here with the locker room, the superstars of the EBW, referees, wrestlers, to induct a special friend of ours who is currently in the hospital right now and is fighting for his life. 2 weeks ago it was announced that he was supposed to pass away, but in God's hands, he has been holding on very strong and he is still with us to this day. Now, he is on hospice care, and I'm sure he would want all his friends and family to know his condition and where he is at and what is going on in his life right now. So for anyone that doesn't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about the man who started here in 2010 in the EBW, who was our first original full-time commentary and announcer, and he also became a manager for some of these wrestlers that paved the way that have came through EBW the past few years. But he was with us for 5 years of service, and he was proud to step in this ring or to step on that apron and make his announcements, to do commentary behind the camera, as well as interviewing people first starting out, and last but not least, managing some of the great wrestlers that you've seen pave the way through EBW over the few years. And then after EBW had shut down, of course, we had not seen this man for a while. The man that I am talking about is the one and only legendary Johnny Angel. Yeah! Johnny Peters, aka Johnny Angel, has been a friend to each and every one of us. He has been a part of our lives since 2010. For anyone that has been here who has met him, we can say this about Johnny. He has a very loud mouth, and he's not afraid to speak what's on his mind. He was always the first one to be obnoxious behind the camera and to yell something random out loud, as such as, "Oh, testify, my brother," and "Savior, Savior, the dark hero," and "Scarface." We all know that Johnny loved doing that, and he enjoyed his time here in EBW. He was also with the Menace to Society. He actually wrestled his first wrestling match in a handicap match against the Lone Wolf with his partner at the time, MF Killer. How can we forget such an unforgettable handicap match? But Johnny Angel has also been a part of other things here in EBW. Like I said, commentary, interviews, and ring announcing. That's what he is best known for. He was even the cameraman for a short amount of time in the first 2 years being here in EBW, when we barely had a roster to survive on. Johnny is truly a character. He's unique. He's different. And I think that everyone here that knows Johnny personally, even some of the new guys that might not know Johnny, there's a lot we can say about him. But I don't want to say too much because there's still two other people that definitely want to speak their mind about Johnny. So at this time, the first man that I'd like to introduce that Johnny requested to be one of his inductors, he is the show stealer. He's an EBW legend, the one and only Chris Ace. Woo!
here for Johnny today. You know, Johnny, when I first met him, I really didn't know a lot about him, but when I first came here to EBW, when it was back then, Johnny was a fan of wrestling. He was always there, and I remember he wanted to be part of the show so bad. Every show he would come and say, "Hitman, I want to be part of the show. Can I be commentary? Can I be announcer? Can I be ref?" And at first we didn't want him to do it, but then he just kept bugging and bugging like a 2-year-old. So anyway, so we let him do it, and man, his face lit up when he got in the ring. And Johnny, you're still holding on. God has a purpose for you, for keeping you here still. But the day you go home to God, we're gonna miss you, buddy, and just keep in there. And when God wants you to go home, just go on home.
Yes, definitely. Johnny would bug me. He would bug everybody backstage about being into the show. He was definitely always wanting to do something. He, as much as his condition and the oxygen that he is on each and every day of his life and battling just to stay alive with his health conditions, Johnny still managed to get up and come out here and help out. Even on his worst days, there was always some way or somehow he would show up here and do what he wanted to do, and that's be a part of the show and be standing here in the ring with us or ringside or behind the camera and helping out any way he could, because anybody that has seen Johnny or has watched our show for the last 8 years, you can actually say that he enjoyed being a part of EBW. He enjoyed being a part of Pack 14 and the program that we show each and every weekend. And he watched it every single weekend, Friday and Saturday night at 11:30 p.m. And I can tell you this, Johnny just loves wrestling. I first met him at a couple indie shows and he was hooked. I immediately invited him to come out, and the rest is history. He's made so much history here. Like I said, 5 years of service. And I know some of his favorite wrestlers like Chris Ace, Thomas Jacob, Double G, myself, the Mass Murderer, the Boogeyman. The list goes on. Johnny had favorites, and he loved everybody. He loved everybody that was a part of the show. And with that being said, there is one more person that wants to say something, and this is the man that Johnny requested to be his official and final inductor, the man that he was last coming to the ring with as his manager, the one and only former Menace to Society member and former World Heavyweight Champion, the Dark Savior, Thomas Jacob.
Well, first off, before I say anything, I want to thank God for his life. That's first off. I want to thank God for everybody being here for this moment. There's a lot I can say about Johnny. I'm going to keep it brief. There's a lot I can say about him. First started as a young kid in 2012, not really knowing too much. A lot of people in the locker room didn't really want to accept me. One guy took me in. One guy I wasn't really too sure about, but definitely took me under his wing. Taught me a lot. Taught me who to look out for. One of the best managers I've ever had. I've had a couple, but none compared to him. It's a lot that has happened in my career, and I would really want to say that 90% of it is because of him. He's always, whether he was here or not, he's always called me, check on me. Whether wrestling here, wrestling over the road, he's always been there with me. Always saying, "Oh, my brother testifying." Always. But one thing that I can definitely say about him is he's never changed. Inside or outside the ring. Anybody who knew him inside or outside the ring, he's never changed. Never been anything different. Always had a passion and love for this business. Never really caring about the outside world. But the one thing I can definitely say is this moment here is well deserved. And this is Johnny's moment. So I thank everybody. And I ask right now to everybody, just give a shout out and give a love to the one and only Johnny Angel.
At this time, Johnny, this trophy, as you know, every year a Hall of Fame inductee is presented with this trophy, but you're not here to take this trophy today. And we all wish you were here to be able to give you this trophy to hold on to. But I also have something special for you that we're going to bring to you personally as you are still with us in the hospital. And this trophy is definitely for you. You've earned your spot in the Hall of Fame in the EBW, just like all the rest of the legends that have came through. But I also have here a special first time edition plaque that I will be personally getting laminated for you. And I will be bringing to you, just for you, Johnny, the EBW's Hall of Fame class of 2019, Johnny Angel, EBW announcer, commentary, and manager. Thank you for your 5-year service of friendship and dedication to the EBW. God bless you, Johnny Angel. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Johnny, you are now officially a member of the EBW Hall of Fame, and we all pray and wish for the best for you. And just like Chris A. said, when God takes you, your time will come. You will be in heaven with your Father, the rightful person on this earth, Jesus Christ, God, your Lord and Savior. And all of us are praying for you each and every day, and we hope that you will definitely, keep fighting for your life. But when your time comes, we will surely and truly always miss you. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Johnny Angel. Johnny, 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 Johnny.